Hey there, I'm Austin.
I'm Sage.
I'm Alan.
And I'm Allie.
And we're S-Troupe. Over the next few minutes, the four of us are going to read you some of our poetry.
Each of us will read you something we've written.
And we'll tell you all about it so that you can write your own.
It should be interesting. So who's going first?
I will.
Alan's going to read a sonnet. A sonnet is made up of 16 lines.
They're usually an iambic pentameter, which means there are 10 syllables per line.
A sonnet also has a repeated rhyme scheme. The first line rhymes with the third, the second rhymes with the fourth, and so on.
Yeah, and the last two lines rhyme. Now can I read my poem? She has seductive curves that draw my eyes, and subtle features that I just adore. She loves to be with me beneath the skies, but for her love, I love her even more. So many hours we've spent together now, each and every moment is like magic. To her luster and her beauty I bow, for I fear to lose her would be tragic. Our love is like the sea, both rough and calm. At times it seems that all is well, and yet there are those days when all I want is balm for pain that she with me has beset. She'll go for miles unless she hits a spike, but I'll tend her 'cause, dang, I love my bike.
Great sonnet, Alan, but that seems a little complex.
Yeah, sonnets have a lot of rules. Let's try something a little easier.
So who's next?
You are!
Allie's going to read us a couplet. That just means a two-line poem that usually rhymes. Both lines will be in the same rhythm. Willy Wonka makes things sweet. He's a man I'd like to meet.
How about a quatrain?
A quatrain is a four-line poem.
Does it rhyme?
Most of the time.
Every line?
Every other's fine.
Oh.
Cinderella is so kind. She has a pretty shoe. It's easy for the prince to find. I wonder if it's blue. Poems that follow exact rules are called closed-form poetry. All the poems you've heard so far are closed form.
A sonnet is closed form because it always has 16 lines.
My couplet and quatrain are closed form too. They rhyme in the same spots, and each line has a similar rhythm. This is because of...
And now a haiku. A dark, stormy night. Lightning and thunder roars. A black raven caws. A snap, if you please. A haiku is a Japanese form of poetry. It contains 17 syllables. The first line, 5. The second, 7. And the third line, 5. It usually is about nature.
A haiku is a closed-form poem.
It follows rules.
Okay. What about poetry that doesn't follow a specific set of rules?
Open-form poetry?
No, poetry that doesn't have rules.
Open form poetry.
Oh, open form poetry.
Open form poetry doesn't follow any set rules. It can rhyme and have meter.
But the rhymes may not repeat over and over, and the rhythm may change line to line.
Let's try some, shall we?
I present to you Sage. Big. Keep your voice little, not quieter or softer or less important, just little. Get a little closer to me, but breathe littler. Don't get smaller or dumber or weaker, just get little. Why are we so afraid to be little, to have little resources, little friends, live a little life? It can be a good thing. Just be little. It builds character. Why are we so afraid to be little, to look up, look for help, ask for what we need? It's okay to be little. Why puff up your chest when it's supposed to be little? We can't just be little. When you're wrong, sit down, shut up, and be little. We won't even drink from the little drinking fountain. We'll wait so that way we can bend over and be 5 inches less little. What's so wrong with it? Some of the best quotes have little in them. Give a little bit of your love to me. A little bit goes a long way. Great things come in little packages. Mary had a little lamb, for God's sake. So why aren't we allowed to feel sheepish sometimes? to just be little and let someone else talk the talk and walk the walk. There's nothing wrong with being little, feeling little, every once in a little while, just a little while. You and I will be 1, 2, 3. All I'm asking for is let someone else save the day, Superman. So just for today, be little for me, so I can feel a little bit bigger.
Well, that's about all the time we have left. We hope you've learned a lot about poetry.
Alan?
What?
Austin hasn't read his poem yet.
Oh, you're right. Take it away, Austin.
Thanks, guys. Crack! The gods have spoken. Arguing voices down to my sensitive ears. I look to the sky, and I see a luminous clouds flicker. I stand in awe, as I bathe in the godly light. Flash! Electricity has never looked so majestic before. I begin to wonder why so many fear this tremendous force. I lift my arms to the sky, hoping to grab hold of a bolt right out of the clouds, and harness the power, like Zeus, who tamed these bolts. While some run indoors for shelter, I run outdoors to catch these blinding reveries in my eyes. Flash! Crack!
That was also an example of open form poetry. See, poetry can be fun and easy if you know a little bit about it.
And we haven't even come close to telling you about all the forms of poetry there are out there.
Yeah, like concrete and epic and narrative, which is really just a shorter version of epic. And
You see, the list can go on all day.
But sadly, our time is up.
Something to do with
We hope you
Germans
learned a
and
lot.
Arabs and lyrical poetry.
Say goodbye, Alan.
Oh, bye everybody. Which has something to do with Germans and Arabs. I don't know. Kind of sounds like I'm drinking something. Like this morning, I was guzzling. My mom told me to stop, and I told her I was sick of her. And then she called me a bum and told me to get out. She said I can't live in the house anymore, and that my dad is sick of me, and that I'm ruining everybody's lives. But that's okay. I'll get over it. I mean, it's not like I need parents, right? They're just going to pay for my college. Now I can work at McDonald's for the rest of my life. That might be kind of nice. I mean, you get a few free burgers every once in a while. I do like their shakes. Those aren't bad either. I mean, that is how they got started, right? In California? Was that it? I don't remember. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention when they told us about that in history class, but that wasn't really important. You know, it's just one of those things.